You mean let's turn it a bit. Oh,
Now Turnica.
Turnica. Okay, that's perfect.
That's
Hi,
minute.
everyone. Hi, we're
Oh,
back.
no.
We're back for the 20th day of our journey. I'm CJ Spencer.
I'm the flagrant guy.
Mr. Nerd.
Sorry for speaking with a low voice, so make us know, please, if you're able to hear us, because we can't speak too loud because we are in a temple. We're spend this night into a temple's dormitory,
Yeah.
A Shokubo.
a
Right?
shokubo,
Shokubo.
as they say.
Yes.
It's a tradition here in Mount Koya that many temples had a place for pilgrims to sleep, and we tried this experience.
As suggested one of our apprentices.
I want to point out that again. Now they'll ask what is this strange noise. I want to point out that there are less than 10 degrees out there, and look at him.
I'm used at the cold.
First of all, I want to ask sorry if we weren't able to go on live yesterday from Kyoto, but the weather, as we feared, was not on our side, and in the end we were a bit tired because me and him worked under rainfall for a while. So when we returned in our room, we really didn't have the spirit to make lives, to go on live, and we didn't have this much to say
Yes.
or
And
consider it.
also we had quite a bit to do with preparations, as we had to prepare our luggage for the next few days, because some of it is being sent to Tokyo for the last leg, and so on. So we had in the end, we apologize, but honestly, we couldn't have said that much.
The days that are about to come will be probably the the more difficult of the journey, for all the places we have to go, the things we have to do. The last day in particular is announced to be really stressful, and I can already tell you that next Friday we'll go on live really late for Japan time, around 20, maybe 21, because we'll be around till late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So this could be a suggestion. If you plan to visit Japan, also plan some days to take a rest.
yes,
Running around.
you need some rest from time to time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We rested a bit yesterday afternoon.
Yes, we totally did. We totally needed it. Seriously, we totally needed it.
Okay, now let's talk about this journey. What are your considerations about Mount Koya and what we saw today until now?
Well, it was very picturesque to get here, because we went to Osaka, and from there we followed the traditional route, the Koya line, up to the station down below. We took then the cable car up here, and then we passed. And I must admit, I hadn't informed myself about it before we came here, but I expected something less built up. I mean, something more rustic, just to say. Instead, it's quite thriving, which is fine, absolutely. And then, of course, what we saw this before we were able to check in. What we saw was also quite
Spooky.
no, not
No.
spooky. It was quite
Revealing.
stunning. I cannot really say much. I don't know what are your impressions on the cemetery? Let's call it that.
Probably the biggest cemetery in the world.
Probably so.
Really? the biggest.
I don't know.
It may be, but it's you have to consider that the whole mountain is filled with cemeteries, holy
Uh,
grounds.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe places like Arlington in the United States or are rather big after all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, I have to say that more the dimensions, I say,
The
they
number.
Yes, the
also
number.
also the number, more than the numbers, the superposition of different. You can feel the ages. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Absolutely,
Yes.
there
absolutely.
are sometimes where of course there are some sectors that are modern, it's not still still in use, and then there are quite old and historical sites.
There are
All there,
hello, hello.
all there.
There are graves that are completely covered with
Moss.
With monks, yeah.
moss. So we saw a grave that is more than sure built here since 1582.
Well, yes.
Yes, because we saw graves that with names that matter for any lover of Japanese history and Sengoku Jidai in particular.
Yeah.
Just to say, just to name some, you remember the graves I pointed you? Because I went here to search up for a special grave, but I never expected to find other graves like the ones I pointed
The
you.
first was Takeda Shingen.
Yes, Takeda Shingen. We found the grave of Takeda Shingen. That it was almost a mark of destiny. When I was walking the map. I looked the map for see how far we were from the grave I was searching. I stopped. I said, "Oh, my, this is the Takeda Shingen." Well, it was a miracle, a miracle.
That's,
Since probably we skipped plenty of other famous graves, but after that I started watching carefully, so I was able to find other graves, important graves like Masamune, Date Masamune, and
We almost got lost by searching.
The
That's
one.
a certain.
Yes.
We talk about later. We'll talk about later.
He's the painkiller. Who is the painkiller?
Mm.
I didn't get it.
And we saw the grave of Akechi Mitsuhide, Nobunaga's killer, murderer. Fortunately, I didn't notice the Toyotomi family's grave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fortunately, I didn't see it. But in the end, of course, the grave I was searching for was Nobunaga Oda's grave. And it was stunning to see that differently from Mitsuhide, Date, Uesugi Kenshin, because we saw even his grave. Those graves were massive, were easy to see, were
Easy to find.
easy to find. To find Nobunaga's grave, we almost got lost.
But
because
not
it's-
quite lost. We
No, I own-
couldn't quite find it.
Yes,
No,
because
we know men around the world.
We-
And then I was just we were just looking for some the audio guide numbers. There was like, oh, that's there's the number, there's the there's
the number, because we knew there was a number in front of the grave, so we were searching for the number,
There was like-
this is the number.
was the number.
But
This number?
Just by,
That was none.
but just we stumbled it in the end by accident because we said it should be here, and we had a picture of it, and looking around, I saw, and there it was, and
And what I saw is what I said is, look, that was the ones who wanted to be the demon lord of the sixth heaven.
Chic transit gloria mundi.
He is now a small little grave among 200,000 other ones.
well,
It's something that makes you reflect.
yes, but yeah, that is impressive. However, the sheer numbers involved of monuments. I mean, we say graves, but of course we have to keep in mind that it's not like we have 200,000 bodies there.
No,
It's something else.
some sort of epitaph.
Yes, a monument to the dead, but still it remains something a bit haunting, but also quite grandiose, because you can see also old monuments covered in moss, maybe old of centuries old, together with new ones.
It is, and this zoo is set is built inside a forest.
Yes.
Hmm.
The
As
oldest forest I ever saw. I mean, I've never seen such old trees and that
hike.
give such an, an ancient look, personally speaking.
Yes, but Mount Koya is famous for its incredibly tall trees, even because being a holy mountain, it's also difficult.
Nobody disturbed it.
Nobody wants to disturb the Holy Land,
Mm.
so it was easy for the trees to grow taller during centuries. We didn't enter in the golden lamps in the lamps temple because it was starting to be really cold, and we were eager to return and find
Home,
a warm place to rest.
yes.
It's a
Yes, unfortunately, the climate didn't favor us this time either because it's it rained a little bit, but it's foggy and cold.
Fortunately it rained just until when we reached the cemetery, because after
Yes,
that it stopped, and we were able to visit temple
but
without.
even after we stopped by and bought something to eat, it had stopped raining, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what else can we say now? Now we spend a bit of hours seeing how the monks of the mount live. We'll have our dinner really soon, compared to the time when the Japanese used to eat. But you have to consider that this is something quite common in not only in Buddhist or Shinto, but in all religions,
Yeah,
in every monastery or church.
yeah,
It
they are
is,
quite a monastic schedule.
yes,
So
it's a very strict schedule, and that begins around 4 a.m.
well, I have no familiarity with this religion.
Well, I speak even of our tradition, the Catholic.
Wow.
The day begins around 5, it seems, if I remember correctly.
And if I can remember, the vigil prayers were at 4 a.m. quite early.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
We,
Well, yes, so we'll have our dinner quite early, and because the day for them begins early too, because we were told that we are free to join them for the morning prayers at 6 a.m. before
yeah.
breakfast.
does it have something to do with Disneyland?
Gabe King keeps on asking when we were planning to go to California. Give us a bit of time to recover, because we take a bit to recover from this journey. I fear
Yes.
we we'll plan. Don't worry, we'll plan something. I forgot because yesterday we didn't go on live, but there's something else that came right in front of our eyes all of a sudden.
Oh, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. This is the scene.
The most unexpected place
That was the scene. We exited the hotel.
in
We are
Kyoto.
in Kyoto. In Kyoto, we exited the hotel. We we were just that was like what all the thing. Spencer, look at it, look at it.
There was the DeLorean.
There was a guy
We was a guy,
driving a really loud DeLorean.
and he stopped right in front of us.
We have the
Of
photo.
all places, he could stop.
Yeah.
And then we came down of the hotel right at the exact time.
Just 1 minute more, 1 minute less.
Yes.
And
And meanwhile,
We have evidence.
we have
We have
evidence.
the evidence.
They see it in I was planning to do it to use it as the image of yesterday live, but we didn't went on live.
You can still share with
Yes.
the community.
And meanwhile, people like me who are not familiar with Back to the Future were like,
Well, what
what
the
is
hell?
that?
Well,
Oh, sorry, because I have quite a bit of gaps in my culture, in my.
Next time we see an X-wing fly,
I'm,
modded plane.
I'm still for the TIE fighter. Okay,
But
I
I saw it. I saw it. A plane disguised as a X-wing.
okay.
There at the Yezero Air Show. I don't know if it could fly, but it was there.
Call me when we get a pie fighter so I can get a slice. Yeah, sorry.
It's almost finished, so we don't have to ask to hear these jokes.
Well, uh, they are in prison because I'm the Punjab master.
Okay, guys, I think we told you everything we had to. Tomorrow morning we leave the Mount Koya and move to Osaka. We'll be in Sotenbori. Once again, I'll be right in the Yakuza land, in the Ryuga Gotoku land, because Sotenbori. The good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Afternoon. It's a good afternoon for us. Late afternoon. As I said, we'll be in Dotonbori. That is the setting. This was renamed Sotenbori. It is one of the most famous settings for Yakuza series.
Okay,
Uh,
now I guess it's going to be my time to go. Okay, bye.
Okay, but tomorrow
all-
evening you see me. Oh, this place and this place. Oh, I know this. The place. And of course, I want to ask someone else to search someone else to punch. Hey, I did it in Kamurocho. I do it in Sotenbori.
How much this time? Another 500 yen? 1,000
1,000.
yen this time?
Yeah, he won't.
yes.
If you will be able, if you.
I'll go double or nothing. 2,000.
Okay, guys, this is jokes apart. We'll be in Osaka. We were making small considering we were little considering the idea of visiting the aquarium, but honestly, I don't know if we'll be able to do it because it's a quite long journey from here to Osaka, and we have to see how will be our mood will be was there, even considering that the day after will be a very long and stressful day. So I don't want to ask them because it's something I want to do.
No,
I don't want to.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I would like to see
You
it.
too want to see the aquarium?
I'm a naturalist. So why not?
Okay, this is a good thing, a good point. Okay, we'll keep under consideration. We'll consider that it should be relatively easy to reach the aquarium from where we are. We have to arrange our things. So, guys, here we're almost at the end. With this is our fourth day before the end. Yes. I hope you will enjoy these few days we left with us. Then we'll see you again tomorrow, even maybe probably in late evening or late afternoon. So stay tuned for further instructions. I'm CJ Spencer.
I'm Mr. Nerd.
I'm the flag anthem, guys.
See you later, guys.